house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. Yeah. My house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. Yeah. Keep your voice low. You know these glass walls to echo. Whispers from my past that I let go. Swing and bring it back. Getting wrapped up in this lasso. Feeling like a noose around my neck though. Caught up in these chokeholds. Go again, I won't fold. These big shoes I walk bold. Flipping deals that I sold. Collect the dues that I mowed. Yeah, the streets are cold, but this house is colder. Rebuild my image, chips on my shoulder. And every angle from this view it gets diminished. Uncover every scar to expose the blemish. And though it's hard, I play my part and give my heart until I'm finished. No regards, I just push it to the limit. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. Truest words are spoken with focus. Just to warn them, I put them on notice. Adjust the lens, the vision they show us. Let's cash it in, they know when they owe us. Promises bogus, paying homage to soldiers. They was lined up before us, let us pick up the torches. Now we burning and scorching, living die by our choices. Feel the pride in our voices, hearing louder the noises. They trying to tighten the muscle when we rise to the rubble. My progression is subtle, just me flexing my muscle. Call it cocky but humble, knowing God is above you. Let his blessings anoint you, the perfect peace will appoint you. Digging deep in the soil, don't let your weakness destroy you. Finding strength through the turmoil. From a center interest of activity, just a state of quality, having producing clear visual definitions. The odds of depth to prevailing levels of light, and we're able to see clearly. Just pay close attention to it. Check it. Watch the vision get magnified. We locked and we edify. We master my strategize. Our differences set aside. They conquer what we divide. We live what we fantasize, but never been satisfied. I rectify these wrongs through these songs that I wrote. Can't see the vision clear through the clouds and the smoke. I'm dealing with my fears and I'm tired of the hopes. Eyes on the prize and my mind is on go. Got the focal points on the scope. Braided, persuaded, and coached. Tamed it, we hated at most. Waved it, we traded for dough. Faded, I'm laying low. Save it, we play it close. Just claim it, I say it so. I'm focused. Yeah. Focus.
That's that John Doe Reflections LP. That's that banger right there. Boy, that's that fire right there that we bringing to y'all, man. Hey, good morning, world. Everyone, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, all the social stream networks, man, that are listening to my podcast, my show. This is Real Talk with your boy MRK. Coffee makes you talk, don't it? Wakes you up, makes you alert, and it gets you going. And we got a show for you today. I've been absent for a little bit, hibernating, taking care of some business and everything, and trying to get my mind right and refresh and rejuvenate myself. But I'm back. Yes, I'm back. It's your boy Martez Raphael Kirk, and that's the M to the R to the K, and I'm back. Thank y'all for tuning in today. And like I said, I got a good show for y'all today. I got some things that I want to talk about. I got some things that I want to express. I got some things that I want to make you guys aware of, and I'm glad that you can be here for it. So let's get into it, right? Today, you always know how I start. I start with the inspiration. The morning inspiration today is, let's get to it. The morning inspiration is, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you by Maya Angelou. Let me say it again. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. We all have a story to tell, and why not share it? Why not share your testimony? We all have been through some rough patches in our life. We all have been through some good things in our life. We all have experienced things that maybe somebody is going through right now. They're going through and they need to hear it from someone that has already been through it. So share your story. Don't keep it locked up inside. Maya Angelou said it the best. There is no greater agony. The pain inside that we all carry, we all do carry because we are all human, right? Everybody go through adversity. Everybody going through pain, and everybody goes through some type of depression, right? Sometime or another in their life. Whether it's losing a job, whatever it is, maybe you're dealing with some personal issues within yourself, and you don't have nobody to talk to. So you locking all that inside. You have a story to tell. You can't share with someone because you don't think somebody's going to understand. You don't think, or you think somebody is going to judge you. And that may be the case because this world that we live in is very judgmental. We all, even with all that we are not right in our lives, and we have things going in our lives, we still judge others. So therefore, you lock all that inside, and because you're scared to show or share those things that you're dealing with, right? Those are the pains that we necessarily hold. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of yourself. Maya Angelou, the great poet. So how can we be able to tell our story? There's so many different ways that you can tell your story. You can talk to a friend. You can talk to a family member. You can write a book. You can do it in art forms of music and poetry or expressions of art. Be able to tell your story. Find a way to be able to tell your story in some type of shape or fashion, some type of way. Therefore, you're not in pain. You're not in agony. You're not holding all this in and suppressing the sadness, the anger, the hurt, the pain. Let it out. See, let it out. I hate that we walk around. It's too many of us walk around as if our life is perfect, and knowing that our life is not perfect. We all go through trials and tribulations. We all go through ups and downs. We all go through, just trying to find our place in this world. What is my purpose? Why am I here? What is it that makes who I am? What am I trying to become? Why did I go through this? Why did I do this? I'm ashamed of the choices that I made because now it has put me in a place of shame. So therefore, I don't want nobody to know. I want everybody to look upon me as if I'm this perfect individual, in which you're not. We all have pain. We all have struggle. We all have scars. We all have things that we probably are not. Well, I ain't gonna say probably. We are not proud of. Share your story. I'm telling you, because there's a younger person or there's somebody that has been in the same position that you have been in, and they are looking for help. They're looking to hear about someone's story that is like theirs. How can they relate to you? To be able to relate sometimes can be a actual pathway to get out of the place that they're at. So be able, hey, don't live in agony. Share your untold story. Allow your untold story to be your story and your pathway to show people how great you are now. The old saying is what? You see my glory, but you don't know the story. You see the things on social media. You see my page. You see my smile. You see my TikTok. You see my Twitter. You see me doing this or whatever, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. It's just like a play or it's just like a movie. You have no idea of all the heartache that it took to actually make that play go and make that movie be to look like that on the big movie screen. There's so many things that goes on in our lives that we all have to deal with, that whether it's divorce, whether it's breakup, whether it's death, whether it's losing a job, whether it's someone getting pregnant in your family, or maybe you are having a baby that changes your lives. And how do you deal with that? Do you lock all that up inside? No, especially good things that happen. What do? We go out and we share it. We share the good news, but we definitely don't want to tell nobody the bad news. We don't want to tell nobody what actually is going on. I'm telling you, you're going to be what? You're going to be bearing an agony. There's no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. Don't lock it up. You never know. Everybody can't hold the same type of baggage. Everybody can't hold the same type of information, or they can't hold what is going on with them. So you need to be able to release it. You need to be able to speak about it. You need to be able to talk about it. You need to be able to get it off your mind, your soul, and your chest, so you can be free of it. Just remember that. Maya Angelou said it the best. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you, by Maya Angelou. Just remember that, y'all. All right, we definitely gonna keep it going here on Real Talk with your boy MRK, man. We're gonna get to the shout out of the day. You know what I do. Hey, everybody, I hope you guys are able to get through hump day, because today is Wednesday. So, do what you can to get through hump day. I know it's hard. It's the middle of the week, and you looking to the weekend, right? You look into the weekend, you're like, man, I can't stand this job, or I can't stand my boss, or I don't know what's today's date. Oh man, I got to get to payday. I can't wait to payday. Payday come, you got to pay these bills, or I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you about to go buy something that you really like, and you can't wait till that money hits your bank account, right? But the shout out of the day goes to, I'm gonna shout out to all the fathers that have custody of their children, and they took care of them when the mother did not want them for whatever reason. To all the fathers that have custody of their children and took care of them when the mother did not want them for whatever reason. I shout them out because I am in that category. I have my three oldest that I got sole custody of because their mother was neglecting and abusing them and putting them in a lifestyle and an environment that wasn't healthy for them. So therefore, once they had allowed themselves to voice what was going on in the home and what their mothers were doing to them, I had to take the necessary steps to make sure that they wasn't in that environment, so they can be able to thrive and just be able to, I would say, live or try. I didn't understand at the time. Maybe I did, or I didn't know fully of the amount of load I was taking on as I was pursuing this. Because even though they through social workers, we went to, and they found all the allegations about her was substantiated. I took on three kids, man, and one was 5, 6 years old. Daughter was 8, 9. My son was probably about 10, I think, or 11. And I had these three young kids, basically all in grade school. One of them getting ready to go to middle school. I took on it, and the life changed because it was just me. And like I was talking to a friend earlier this morning, that I understand a single mother. I empathize and sympathize and understand them totally. Because for pretty much from the time I got them at that time, and now I was still in their lives before, because me and the mother had joint custody. But she had moved to Charlotte from Fayetteville, and therefore I guess I didn't get to see them as much, but I still saw them a lot. just about every weekend because I wanted to be an active father. I didn't want to be a weekend father. Now I was always from the time that I knew I had my first child, which was my son. Never wanted to do that. Um, but to be a single parent alone, let alone with one child, but myself as a man with three child, I had a good support system, which was my parents. And I took them, enrolled them in school, and I just said, we just got to do this. I tried, maybe I thought I was trying to do things to where they didn't skip a beat. Giving them the opportunities and putting them in, recreation leagues and basketball and soccer and taking them to my mom and dad so they can be around family. And I felt like that was the best thing for them, but didn't understand the stresses that it came along with me as a man because I had a son and two daughters I was raising. A man raising two girls, let alone a boy, right? I was just telling a friend it I didn't understand the challenge that I was getting into, but I got into it because you just do things if you love, if you care, right? You just do it. You don't think about the amount of things that it comes along with until it comes. And I want to give a shout out because something was said to me a couple of days ago. And someone told me that fathers that have custody of their kids only get custody of their kids because they are trying to get out of child support. Let me tell you, when that was said to me, it struck a nerve. I'm being real with you because this is my podcast and it's real talk. I don't want to dilute anything for anybody's comforts or anything. I'm telling right now, just like the morning inspiration is talking about. I am telling my story, right? Because the morning inspiration, it says there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story bearing an untold story inside of you. That was by Angelo. So I'm going to tell my story. I was told that fathers, and I had to look this up because everything is there's a statistic on, and that is the opposite truth. More times, 9 times out of 10, when a father or man has their children, it is because of the mother inability to be able to take care of them and put them in an environment for the children to be able to thrive. Something is going on that is wrong. There's a situation that is preventing that mother from being able to take care of her children. Doesn't mean that mother doesn't love their children. They are incapable at doing that time. Statistics shows that fathers with custody is not just because they are trying to get out of child support. That really struck a nerve to me because I had never have pursued my kids for that. That was my last thought. It was always about them. They're just being able to be in a normal type of household or give them the best opportunities possible so they can succeed. But at the end of the day, no matter what environment it is, children that come from a one parent home, they already are at a disadvantages, whether you believe it or not. This is not my thoughts. This is the things that I have researched, read, and have gained the knowledge on, right? Because reading is imperative and very fundamental, right? And that struck a nerve when I was told this. And everything that I have done, through the especially being by myself and raising my kids, and even though my parents have been there pretty much, I I ain't gonna lie, my kids were always pretty much with me. I was a basketball coach, I was in the army for 24 years, and this is during the time of me being in the army. So I did that. I understood the single parent in the army when I became a single parent in the army, understood understood the disadvantages and the hardships. I did that. So, like when I hear men that don't take care of their children or not even in their lives, you know what? It puts a disdain taste in my mouth. It makes me, I don't know, my hands get sweaty. I shake a little bit. I don't like a man that don't take care or even is in their kid's life. I don't like them. So let me tell you just a little bit about the story, right? We all got a story, right? That's what the morning inspiration talks about. Unlock the agony and tell your story, right? But y'all will check it out because my book is coming out along with my album. The book is going to be called Broken Silence: The Truth to Be Told, and the album is the same as Broken Silence. I'm going to speak on me as a young man, or I'm going to write about me as a young man and my encounters in a relationship with a young woman. And both of us, we created a baby. And what I went through that whole ordeal, I didn't run. And I'm not saying that is the best thing to do. Now that I know 45 years old and about 24 years, a little bit over 24 years later, if you are in a relationship and you so happen to have a baby and the relationship is not really going well, I'm gonna be honest, regardless of biblical scriptures and everything, it is not always the best to get married because it makes things a lot worse. It's a lot worse. There's no such thing as worse, a lot worse. Because just because you have a child and created a child together doesn't mean that you need to be together. Because if you're young and you haven't sat down and had those conversations about what type of parent do you want to be? How do you want to raise your child, your son or your daughter? What type of religion are you? What do you want to do in your life and where are you trying to head in your life in the future? And where do you see yourself in 5 years? What type of morals do you have? How do you run your house? These little intricate parts of a relationship is so needs to be spoken about and talked about and communicated before a child comes. Because guess what? If you think a child is going to bridge the gap between y'all, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way because guess what? It can drive you even further apart from each other. And that's what it did for me. I was young, met the young lady. I was 19, just turned 19. We were married by the time I was 21. By the time I was 20, I had a child and I had joined the army. And then I packed her up, and went down to Fort Hood, Texas, and everything, and try to have a career in the army and everything. And guess what happens? The religion, the differences of how we was brought up. She was heading this direction, I was heading this direction. And we began to argue and fight. And there were so many different domestic violence things going on that I didn't even know what it was because I didn't come from a type of environment like that. I wasn't raised in it. I was raised with two parents, right? Two parents in the household. For the most part, they was young, but they still was able to get along, be able to move through their marriage and come to understandings to raise me and my other two brothers. And that's all I wanted. That's all I knew. That's all I remembered and seeing. So I wanted that for my son at the time. And then my daughter came along. I'm in the army and I'm trying to force two pieces of a puzzle together that didn't belong and didn't fit. I was trying to take oil and water and put it together, but it didn't mix. It's called being unevenly yoked. So that's where you get the divorces, and that's where you get the what you call it, the single parent homes, the father outside of the home, and you get the broken home. And the effects are the children are affected by it so drastically. If you don't believe it, mothers, I'm gonna say this. Stop saying that you can do bad, good. You don't need a man. It ain't what you need, it's about what those children need. That stirs me up inside too, because me, I pride myself on being a man, and she definitely did try to X me out of my kids' lives. And if you want to say I have some disdain, I have disdain for the women that have that mindset. Stop thinking about yourself and think about that child, whether you like that man or not. It ain't about that you guys are being in a relationship. It's about, especially if he wants to be a father to the child that he fathered. I'm speaking on it something because I know about it. I'm speaking on it because I lived it. Right now, if he chooses not to, then that's a different story. But I know so too many men that wants to be a part of their lives. And I'm gonna say this: I got it. Child support. I think child support is a robbery. I think, especially to the ones that are there and trying to take care of their children. I don't. I don't believe that you should or have to force a man to be able to take care of his kids, be there for his kids. I think it should only be there for those that do not want to, and I'm not speaking those that need to be forced to take care of them, whether it's just financially, because I know it's hard. See, a lot of women y'all gonna look at right now, y'all gonna look at me and say, "Well, you a man." It ain't, I still had struggles because I was taking care of 3 kids by myself. Even though in the courts she was ordered to pay the little child support that she was supposed to pay, I ain't never seen a dime, 1 cent, a penny, a fraction of a cent. I ain't never seen that. I ain't gonna say I have not seen that ever. I did everything by myself. And I know you're gonna say, well, there's a lot of women that do it. Yes, that's why I can empathize, sympathize, and understand. But it doesn't make it right because it takes two to tangle. It takes two to create a human being, not one. So that's why I say, ladies, women, mothers, stop saying that child don't need no father. You don't need a man in your life. You don't need a man in your life, but that you don't know what that child wants or needs. It is natural for a human being to want the father and the mother. It is natural. I know people that have purposely not allowed the father to be in the children's lives, and it's sickening. Sickening. So the shout out of the day goes to all the fathers that had the custody of their children and took care of them. When the woman, the mother, did not want to, for whatever reason, they didn't. I have a friend in high school. He got custody of his kids because the mother was in a bad situation. She got caught up messing with another guy and she put the boyfriend over the kids and just doing things that it wasn't productive for the children to be in a safe environment and to be taken care of right. I'm not saying that that man is perfect, but guess what? I believe that the court of law, when it comes down to it, that the children should go to the parent that can take care of them the best and provide and put them in the best situation and environment to thrive. Point blank. That's just how I feel. And maybe they revisit that at a different time later on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Whether you believe me or not, whether you agree with me or not, I'm just saying. All right. So, to all the fathers that custody their children, man, hey, kudos to y'all. Shout out. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, I know it's hard. I've been there. Um, I am pretty much going through it again. I got a 6-year-old. Uh, she speaks to her mother all the time, and she loves her mother. But as of right now, I'm taking care of her, and it's easier because I'm retired from the army. So therefore, I know if it was I was in the army, it would be very difficult. It would be very stressful. It would be very hard. But by the blessing of the God does not give you anything that you cannot handle. And I have been equipped with the right tools to be able to handle the situation. And I am thankful for what I have actually been through. What you've been through will prepare you for the future. Remember that. What you go through and what you have been through will prepare you for your future. Just remember that. I keep hitting my damn camera. But let's keep it moving, man. We're going to move it to current events. Current events, man. Current events. Y'all know what's going on. I ain't gonna talk about no politics. I'm tired of talking about old crooked Trump and Biden that can't even remember what he ate for breakfast. I'm not gonna talk about that. Do y'all understand those are the two choices that we got for president? I'm so not gonna talk about it, but do y'all understand that we got a president that is very coherent, that's too old, that can't remember what he did when he got out of bed or whatever, that talks about his deceased son. This is one of the president candidates, the current president right now, Joe Biden. And then we got Donald Trump that got convicted of sexual assault, man, whatever, and he is going to be a candidate. It is crazy. It is mind-boggling that America, this is the two candidates that we have to choose for president of the United States. We need to look ourselves in the mirror. Let me stop. Let me get off because I ain't even trying to. Current events. Current events. We're going to talk about Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Shaking my head, man. I know some of y'all like, man, I'm tired of this, man. This dude he ain't important in my life, but it's funny. And he actually have been in our lives for some of us like about 30 years, right? All about the Benjamins and more money, more problem. Like, come on, shiny suits. I wasn't a Puff Daddy fan coming up when he was coming up and everything. I ain't even like Mace like that. I think I only liked him on a couple of tracks or whatever. I was a Biggie Small fans. Bad Boy, no. I wasn't really about that. I was in the Nas, I was in the Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep and Goody Mob and stuff like that. So I'm telling my age, right? But Puff Daddy, not the feds, they corrected us. The Homeland Security raided his homes, New York, LA, and Miami. With one of the homes, I believe that was in LA. Is it LA? All of his children was there, which tells me that, I mean, out of all the times that they raided him, all of them were together, which kind of told me that he kind of knew that it was coming so they could be prepared. So they didn't catch him separately, and he wasn't there. They caught him and stopped his private jet at the airport because he was trying to go, I guess, to the islands. But they just confiscated his phones, I think his electronics and everything, and then they let him go. But you know how that works, right? Homeland Security was involved, but and I believe it's because of the sex trafficking allegations that are on him, because he got like 5 lawsuits, and there are going to be more coming, I believe. But I'm gonna say I haven't even looked at the news today, but it's crazy. It's mind-boggling. I told somebody, it was like, leave P. Diddy alone, man. Look, I don't give 2 craps about P. Diddy. If the man done the things that he has been allegedly accused of, he need to be locked up. Point blank. Some people say, man, why we see black people love to see our own people go down. I don't care if you black or white, pink, purple, Puerto Rican, it don't matter. If he done the things, and then we ain't gonna talk about the presumptions or the assumptions of him having a play in Biggie, Tupac. They talking about Michael Jackson, Kim Porter. We pretty much kind of got an idea of what happened. I'll be sure. Then you got Jamie. It is so much behind his name. So if this stuff comes out, because they say, you're innocent until proven guilty. If this stuff comes out that he actually has done these things, why do you want to protect him? Why? Because, he's a black man. Why would you want to protect him? I don't care if because guess what? Get rid of him, because I don't want him representing me as a black man. Do that make sense? I'm gonna say it. I think people that says that it makes that type of comment are ignorant. They ignorant. Stop. And he go, hey, if he was Jeffrey Dahmer, you be like, hey man, don't stop trying to bring him down. A black man, man, he a serial killer, man, but don't bring him down. Man, don't stop. What? Man, you know how stupid you sound? Come on, man. Yeah, you stupid. Like, you stupid. No, you an idiot. Come on, man. We got to do better, right? Man, there's so much stuff going on that swirl around his name when you talk about, man, he had the nerve to come out with an album called Love. All that was his guilty conscience. Man, love. See, love, it was all red, man. You ain't nothing but the devil. They say the devil's a lie. And P. Diddy is definitely a lie. I'm not gonna really speak too much on the sexual allegations that, because I don't really care about a person's sexual orientation. What you do in your bedroom now, forcing yourself on people, drugging people, if those things are true, you need to be locked up. They locked up Bill Cosby. What do you think that they're not gonna lock you up? R. Kelly got locked up, should have been locked up a long time ago. But what do you think? You think that you think you above the law? I think Bill Cosby was pretty much a billionaire. They still locked his old butt up. So the best thing, and I'm not giving advice to Brotherly Love or P. Diddy or Puff, anybody named P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Come on, that already tells you. But I ain't giving you advice, man. If you outside the country, you might want to stay. Because I guarantee you that all the things that they confiscated, I do believe they're going to find something. I don't believe you cannot, because remember, even if you wipe or delete your heart, there are ways that they can find and still pull this stuff up. They're going to corner people where people are going to testify against them, and they're going to let the cat out the bag, and other people are going to get involved and all that good stuff, right? So it's probably best that P. Diddy don't come back to the United States, bro. Because guess what? You don't think that once he enters back in that they're going to allow him to come back in, do what he need to do, and then leave again? Nope. Nope. Come on, we know how it go. It's just bad that an individual of his magnitude and all he has done for, I guess, music and culture, as they would say, that he is in this position. It is sad that it has to be a black man of power with money again, but we know that it ain't just blacks, right? Now I ain't gonna lie, he has done things to get himself caught. But they said what's done in the dark shall come to the light. What's done in the dark shall come to the light. So P. Diddy about to go down. I ain't like him. I ain't really care for him. But you know they out there talking about Jay-Z next. Ho was next, and so many others. The whole culture is going down, which is, I guess, is a shame, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's God working in a mysterious way to bring all the evil down. Maybe that's what it is. And if that's what it is, then I accept it. Because it's crazy. I don't know what it's like to have a thought process or thought or mentality to force myself on people sexually. Like that is, that is a very controlling, narcissistic type demonic way to be that way. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Like you want to force to make somebody do something or to drug somebody to do something, man. You don't feel no type of way. Like you believe that's okay. You sick, bro. Brotherly love, spreading your love all over the place. Oh, nasty. Oh, so I got a comment here. Let me see who's this? Oh, it just said hi. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. So let's go ahead and keep it moving on, man. That's the current events that I wanted to talk about. I can go on and on. If y'all want to, I ain't reading off no affidavit and no documents or anything of that nature. But I think it's crazy, man. And just stay tuned to see what happens with that with P. Diddy. All right. We're gonna move on to my favorite part of the podcast, man. And that is today is arcade music pick of the day, and it goes to John Doe, the Reflections LP. John Doe, man, he is an artist that's been around, man. He's been making music since he was probably about 14 years old, producing, writing, and also composing. He's an artist, an independent artist. He has music on all streaming platforms. Go check him out. John Doe, the Reflections LP. It is an enlightening type of album with substance, with artistic feel, with lyrical creativity and substance and everything. And if you are into that, right? If you a hip hop head, or you are creative in that mindset, man, check him out. Download it. I'm telling you, this dope. And the special. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna let y'all know he's my younger brother, and I think he's a dope artist and a dope producer. And he's not like that's the stuff that's out right now. Has his own type of style, and here it is, man. Let me bring it up. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's spark this light of life. The scars lose right. Let us on lose sleep. The truth speaks, I seek. A newer lane. The game we're playing is obsolete. What we sow is what they reap. It's time we play for keeps. Sometimes the mind gets weak. Through these timeless feats. Test the boundaries.
I need y'all to listen to the lyrics, y'all.
You hear the loudest screams. These sour dreams, drowning deep, beaming, trying to reach your highest peak. Closer to the source, I can feel the heat, feel the remorse, but I'm draped by the canopy. This is my masterpiece, woven through my tapestry. Unfold these stories through life living casually. Sometimes we fail to see the image we imagine in. That's the challenge of the gifted and the talented. We lifted and we balanced it, caught it and we ran with it. I heard it calling and I answered it. I can't take a chance with this. Just gotta get these thoughts out.
Need everybody to go to Apple Music, go to iTunes, Spotify, go to Amazon Music, man. And definitely go ahead and get this John Doe Reflections LP, baby.
I've been a flyer since birth. I'm flying high and it hurts when I clash with the earth. Crashing down from my highs, I search my lines through my lows. I paint the picture I pose, the images I suppose are all the over Van Gogh. Trying to clone a portrait a million times, can replicate it, blow your mind. Now I'm frozen in time, let the light shine. I seen the signs in the distance, frame my mind, overcome all resistance. My exhibitions exhibits prisms of pessimisms, dismissing they sentiments through symbolisms. Never live through regrets, you know they never listen. How I flow to this track and I follow every sentence, laying bars like brush strokes on canvases. Capture these feelings through all my challenges. I'm building calluses, I tighten my grip. While falling on deaf ears, I'm holding in. Yeah. Play it back. Back to back. Play it back. Play it back. Back to back. Back to back. Go. Go. Van Gogh. Legendary appeal, visionary surreal. My philosophy wills, but curiosity killed. From my prodigy still, mentally I've been ill. Sick with the feels, the intensity builds. I maneuver the field, navigated off my palate, now they fascinated. Debated on my work, but now they hesitating. Study my ways and try to duplicate it. Methods are manifested, I'm destined, now I'm motivated. From my aggression I conquer, that's how we separated. Brought my pain with the passion, now they devastated. No more waiting for recognition, I'm taking it. Can't hate the monster they made, they created it.
I know y'all.
Everything you said on replay. Everything you said on replay. And my head going sideways. Everything you said on replay. Everything you said on replay. And my head going sideways.
Mark Davis, the day. God knows. We got one more for y'all, man. This one is called Crystal Flares, man. Y'all stay right here, right now. Keep vibing with us on this MRK. Man. Let's go. God go, baby. Real hip hop right here. Shout out to my little bro, what is his name, mother? Denzel Richardson.
To the air like a crystal flare. Send it to the air like a crystal flare. Yeah, stop and stand, watch the crystal flares. Feel it rain down off the crystal flare. Yeah, to the air like a crystal flare. Send it to the air like a crystal flare. Yeah, stop and stand, watch these crystal flares. Feel it rain down off the crystal. Hey, yo, designs within my mind, state signs define my aura. Get lost in your law, enticed by all my flaws. It's time we even up the score. And encore a source to light a torch, so ignite my source towards illumination. Created beauty through the purest fascination. And fantasies through my mind I ran away with. I used the veil to curtail exposure, till I reveal these detailed disclosures. I'm holding steady as I regain composure. I keep it moving, I can feel it getting closer. The pull of solar gravitation captivated all the dreams that I chase. I never lost a race, moving at a slower pace. See the anguish in my face, disdain but can't relate. Never certain of my fate. Before you bite the bait, know the water's never safe. Send a flare to the air and disappear without a trace. Yeah, to the air like a crystal flare. Send it to the air like a crystal flare. Yeah, stop and stare, watch the crystal flares. Feel it rain down off the crystal flare. Yeah, to the air like a crystal flare. Send it to the air like a crystal flare. Yeah, stop and stare, watch the crystal flares. Feel it rain down off the crystal flare. Yeah.
You can hear the whole verse. Brother John Doe, baby. This is what we doing right now, y'all. Hey, come on. Keep it going now. Keep vibing on this MRK shit the other day. I know what it is, y'all. John Doe, Let's go, y'all. Man, I hope y'all enjoy the music, enjoy the flow. Man, my brother put that piece together, man. It dropped back in October, and everything is on all music platforms, streaming platforms. Man, y'all go check it out, man. Stop going out there and listening to that garbage, man. That's polluting your minds. Listen to something that's going to really elevate and stimulate the brain cells in your mind, all right? Yo, John Doe, the Reflections LP, baby. Hey, y'all be on aware and be on the lookout. I'm telling you, December 31st, Broken Silence, Truth Be Told, that is my album coming out. I got a couple EPs and old release albums out, man. Y'all just go ahead and double check it. I'm about to slip and everything. But y'all check it, bro. Hey, we got talent in the family, man. Got talent in the family, bro. We can do anything and everything, man, if you put your mind to it, man. Just keep it, hey, understand that. All right, let's go to the hot topic of the day. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play a little bit of that in the background. We're gonna do this right here. Go ahead and get that right there. Go ahead and go back to the track. If you like that, man, let me hear y'all comment. And make sure y'all on YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and like the live. And just stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep it going on, man. All right. Here we are. The hot topic of the day. Hot topic, man. It's not parents' job to take care of young adults, especially when they refuse to listen. I'm gonna say that again. It is not the parents' job to take care of young adults, especially when they refuse to listen. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that? How many of y'all in the situation where you got young adults, they don't want to listen to what you got to say, but they want your help, but they want your money, they want a place to stay, they want you to do this, they want you to do that, but they don't want to listen to anything that you got to say because they think the advice or the things that you're doing to try to direct them and guide them in a way so they won't be in the place where they're at that is of non-significance. It's not significant to them, the advice that you're giving them. They believe that you don't know what you're talking about because it's their situation that's isolated to them. So they feel that you cannot help them, or they're just going to go against everything that you possibly can tell them, right? And then they're going to end up right back in the same situation again because they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They think their way is better. They think that you don't know it all. And I'll say this. If you can't listen to me, if you don't want to listen to me, why do you continue to come back to me to ask for help? And I'm not saying this, that you throw this in your kids or your young adult's face. But to me, people have to let go of their pride. Don't be so prideful. Don't be so egotistical that you won't allow someone to help you to get you situated and be put in a better place than what you already are at. If you keep bumping your head and hitting that wall because it's there, right? And be like, hey, watch out. The wall is there. Don't be careful. And you just say, whatever, boom, and you keep going, and the same exact things continue to keep happening. Why do you continue to go down that path and that road of destruction? See, what I don't understand in these kids in this generation, man, they different. They look different. So we, me, you too. You probably didn't listen to everything that your parents told you to do, but I know this. When I got myself in usually a bind, I was all ears, and I needed to know everything, what direction I needed to go in. Not them. These young people, young adults, they think, guess what? They keep hitting and smacking into that wall, and now they got a bloody nose, and the nose is all swollen, and the eyes and closed and everything, and they got scrapes. They gonna go right back. They're gonna come to you to bandage them up. They gonna get healed a little bit, and they're gonna go right back in the same exact path. Could somebody tell me why? Why is this? Why do we do this? I have no idea. Because I just feel, and I know I can't speak on everybody and speak for everybody, but I only can speak for myself and speak from what I've seen and maybe my brothers. I don't know, maybe we just had a little bit more intelligence or understanding and got it quicker. Because, and though that I still made mistakes, but I know this, when I needed help and I asked for help, I took the help and I listened. That's why I believe this is the downfall of this generation of these young individuals that they call themselves adults. They want to be adults in this regard, but on the other hand, they don't want to be an adult. And then when they get themselves in a bind, they get themselves in trouble, they call on your mama and daddy to bail them out. But they don't want the repercussions, meaning, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I just want you to do for me. I don't want to hear that you have maybe an idea, but I just want you to do for me. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. I know a lot of you guys out there going through the same situations. I'm going through it too. I got 24 years, I got 22 years, I got a 19, soon to be 20-year-old. All of my older kids will be in their 20s. I just told my age, right? And it's crazy. I was just telling a friend, I believe it is harder because you're not raising no more. They're not under your influence or your control. It is harder to be a parent to older children, especially if they don't listen. Why do you keep touching that stove when I'm telling you that it's hot? Now you got third-degree burns and you have a scar for the rest of your life that you have to look at. And then after that scar that you see that, you go back and you touch it again. You don't want to listen to your brother right here. Why is that? Is it something in the food? Is it the social media and the technology and electronics that they have that is making them think in this way? What is it? Is it us? Is it me? I need to know. Somebody answer that question for me, please. It's crazy, right? I'm talking honestly and real. Boy, come on, some of y'all young adult kids or young adult children, whatever you want to call them, or your eyebrows go up, mouth go crooked, eyes go wide. Like, how the hell did you end up in that situation? I know I wasn't perfect. I cried. I called home and cried like a baby when I found out at the time my kid's mother got pregnant by my son. I mean, not pregnant by my son, but got pregnant with my son. I cried. You know what my mom told me? Well, you know what you got to do? You gonna take care of that baby boy. You know what my dad told me? I remember it to this day, which is crazy. 24 years and 2 months later, I remember. Is that what that's what you planned for? You planned to have a baby or get somebody pregnant at 20 without being married? Is that what you planned for? That was in your plans? I remember the conversation. They didn't say, "Oh, baby, it's gonna be okay," and no, you gonna take care of that kid. That's what they told me, man. But you can't do that to these kids or these young adults these days. Boy, they will break. They will break like a dang on toothpick easily, which goes into the mental strength that they lack. I don't know about y'all, but my generation, I feel, maybe I'm speaking on myself, I just get stuff done. My mom and dad, they told me how to just do things and complete it to completion and don't give up and don't quit. And then I listened. And then I saw, no parents are perfect, right? But I watched my dad go into work and consistently work and stuff like that. That was instilled in me. These kids, these generations, man, they trying to do the opposite. They're trying to do the opposite. They're trying to do the opposite so much that they're putting themselves in the situations that it's hard to get out of. Because you already know every choice and every decision that you make there's repercussions, whether they're good or bad, and that could be for a very long time to get out of that, to put yourself back on a straight line to a level of obtaining success or that goal that you're trying to strive for. I don't know. I don't know. We still listening. I got the Reflections LP playing in the background, man. I don't know, man. I'm confused some days, man. And that just leads me to this question, right? Why is this generation of young adults not able to listen to the advice of those that have more wisdom, more knowledge, and more experience? Why? It's a real question, right? It is a real concerning question. What in the TV, in the phone, in the environment makes them not want to listen? Is this the evolution of humankind, mankind? We are so becoming with wanting our free will and free spirit that we stop, or kids going to stop listening to their parents. 10-year-olds are going to do. But we talk about young adults, man. I cannot take care of you at the age of 20. I am unwilling to. Put yourself in a position, or listen so you can put yourself in a position to not be able to be dependent upon myself or anybody else. I see a lot of young men. I see it, man. They don't want to work. They're trying to find an easy way to get rich so they don't have to work. But what is that building? That like, you are not gaining any type of work ethic, no character, nothing. Nothing worth having. Like, I want something that I know that I put the work in. It feels a lot better when you obtain it. But when you know that you put those blood, sweat, and tears in, and you have been able to work for it and put that sweat in, blood, sweat, and you have attained it, it feels better. It feels better. That work ethic, that hard work, that grind, that mentality to continue to keep going. Hey, it's like no other. That's why I feel like, especially like, ain't nobody gonna outwork me. Even when they think they do, I just sit there and I smile and I listen. I'm like, okay, you think you got me. I'm telling you, man, I'm different. I'm built. I think my generation was built differently. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people out here doing some great things at that age. The young adults, they are making waves. They are doing it. They are putting it down. But there are some, man, you got to question. Maybe I'm personally venting. I don't know, man. But that is the hot topic of the day, man. The hot topic of the day. It is not parents' job to care for young adults, especially when they refuse to listen. I can't keep doing for you when you want to continue to keep going down that road into that ditch. And I keep telling you that you're going to get stuck and there's nothing but mud and nasty stuff down there. And then when you come out of it, you're able to get out of it. Every time you want me to clean you off, every single time, maybe you need to suffer. I don't know. But man, we've been here pretty much a little bit over an hour, man. And I want to take the time to thank each and every one of you guys that have viewed, that have came in, that have commented, that have subscribed, that have liked. Make sure like this live, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on whatever platform you're on. Please make sure you like this. I appreciate you guys. And in closing, remember this. Tell your story. Do not lock your story inside. Don't hold it inside. Allow your story to be heard. All right. And understand this, man. There are good fathers out here that take care of their kids and don't get custody of their kids just because they don't have to pay child support. And young people, I guarantee you, if you just listen to those that are wise and been places that you ain't never been before, or circumstances or situations, guess what? You can come out of your situation even better. Just open up your mind and open up your heart and be able to receive the information that is being given to you by those that honestly care for you, because they are not going to lead you down a dark, narrow road. I guarantee you that. I just wanted to. I'm going to leave with this, y'all. Y'all go cop that John Doe album right now. Reflections LP, man. Here it is, y'all. And I'm out, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow. Let's go, y'all. No more panicking. I cope right where I'm playing it in. Feel the balls closing in on where I'm standing. This house of mirrors.
My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. Yeah. My house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. Yeah. Keep your voice low. You know these glass walls, they echo. Whispers from my past that I let go. Swing and bring it back. Getting wrapped up in this lasso. Feeling like a noose around my neck though. Caught up in these chokeholds. Go again, I won't fold. These big shoes I walk bold. Flipping deals that I sold. Collect the dues that I mowed. Yeah, the streets are cold, but this house is colder. Rebuild my image. Chips on my shoulder. And every angle from this view it just diminished. Uncover every scar to expose the blemish. And though it's hard, I play my part and give my heart until I'm finished. No regards, I just push it to the limit. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. My house of mirrors. This house of mirrors. Yeah. My house of mirrors. Yeah. My house of mirrors. Yeah. The truest words are spoken with focus. Just to warn them, I put them on notice. Adjust the lens, the vision they show us. Let's cash it in, they know when they owe us. Promises bogus, paying homage to soldiers. They was lined up before us, let us pick up the torches. Now we burning and scorching, live and die by our choices. Feel the pride in our voices, hear it loud through the noises. It's trying to tighten the muscle when we rise to the rubble. My progression is subtle, just me flexing my muscle. Call it cocky but humble, knowing God is above you. Let his blessings anoint you, the perfect peace will appoint you. Digging deep in the soil, don't let your weakness destroy you. Finding strength through the turmoil. From a center interest of activity, just a state of quality, having producing clear visual definitions. The odds of depth to prevailing levels of light, and we're able to see clearly. Just pay close attention to it. Check it. Watch the vision get magnified. We locked and we edify. We mastermind, strategize. Our differences set aside. They conquer what we divide. We live what we fantasize, but never been satisfied. I rectify these wrongs through these songs that I wrote. Can't see the vision clear through the clouds and the smoke. I'm dealing with my fears and I'm tired of the hopes. Eyes on the prize and my mind is on go. Got the focal points on the scope. Rated, persuaded, and coached. Tamed it, we hated at most. Waved it, we traded for dough. Faded, I'm laying low. Save it, we play it close. Just claim it, I say it so. I'm focused. Yeah.